One of the top pension-related talking points amongst teachers currently is the McCloud ruling. Now, everyone seems to be aware of it, but not everyone seems to understand it. So what's it all about? Well, the newest version of the teachers' pension scheme came into effect on the 1st of April 2015. And most teachers were automatically moved out of whatever scheme they were in and into the new one on that date. However, any teacher who was within 10 years of their normal retirement date when this was proposed, back in April 2012, was allowed to stay in the scheme they were already in. Anyone who was between 10 and 13 and a half years of their normal retirement date was still moved across, but it was more gradual. They phased it between 2015 and 2020, but everyone else was automatically transitioned across in 2015. And similar arrangements were made across most, if not all, of public sector pension schemes. These transitional arrangements were designed to ensure that people who were within touching distance of retirement didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of changes to their pension at the last minute. However, some people felt this was unfair. The McCloud Judgement doesn't actually relate to the teacher scheme directly. It was a member of the judges' pension scheme who challenged the arrangements on the grounds of age discrimination. And this challenge was upheld. There was a second challenge, this time to the firefighters' pension scheme, the Sergeant Judgement. This was also upheld. As a result, these changes to public sector pensions across the board have been ruled as unlawful and therefore have to be put right, and this includes the teachers' scheme. In short, this means people who were unfairly impacted will now get to choose whether they want their service from the 7 years between April 2015 and March 2022 to be counted in whichever of the old schemes they were in previously or in the newer scheme they were automatically moved into. And this is where it starts to get complicated. The older schemes aren't necessarily better than the new one, they're just different. Therefore, some people will be better off in the old scheme and the McCloud Judgement will make no difference to them. Some people will be better off in the new scheme, and for some, that difference could be quite substantial. Which one's right for you will depend on your personal circumstances, so there's no way I can possibly address that here. If you want to understand more, please get in touch with us or book onto one of our specialist teachers' pension seminars. Whatever your circumstances, I strongly recommend you take independent advice, put yourself in an informed position and plan ahead.